Hello friends, this is Soli here. Today we are going to learn about pushdown automata. The pushdown automata can be viewed as that of a finite automata but with a stack in it. The use of stack will be explained in the upcoming example as well. First, just need to remember that the stack consists of a Z0 element at the top. We are considering Z0 because it will be easy to solve a problem. So let's start with the three basic operation of the pushdown automata, which is push, pop and do nothing. In the push operation, what we are doing is we are considering initial state q0 and final state q1. In the initial state, if a is the input and z0 is the element inside the stack, then we are just adding a above the z0. The comma here separates the element which is input and the element which is in the stack. And after the slash operation, we are performing an operation, that is we are putting a above z0. Then we will look at what is pop operation. Inside a pop operation, if a is the input and z0 is the element inside the stack, we are using this epsilon sign to just pop the element. You can see the stack, inside a stack, first there is element z0, then after performing this pop operation, the stack gets empty. Then the third is the do nothing operation. In this, what we are doing is, if a is the input and z0 is the element inside the stack, we are just letting the z0 remain inside the stack. We are not changing it. So the before and after stack operation are the same. We can also represent this diagram using a transition function as follows. If q0 is our initial state and if a is the input and z0 is inside the stack, what we will do is we will move to q1, the next state, and we will just add a above z0. Just see here, we are not putting comma. Now we can represent pop operation as well. If q0 is the input, if q0 is the initial state and if a is the input and z0 is inside the stack, we are just using a pop operation. That's it. For do nothing, if q0 is the initial state and a is the element and z0 is inside the stack, we are just letting the z0 remain here. Now just solve the problem of pushdown automata. We will use these basic three operations to solve a problem. So let's get started. First, our problem is a raised to n and b raised to n. For equal number of a, we need to remove equal number of b. So how can we do this problem? First, what we will do is we will insert all the a's into a stack. Then depending upon the b, we will remove that much a. For example, we are inserting 3 elements inside a stack, 3a elements inside a stack. Then if 1b comes, we will remove 1a. If 2b comes, then we will remove 2b. With respect to b, we will remove a. So let's start. First, we need to draw a stack here for your understanding. The stack consists of first a z0 element in the top of the stack. Okay. Now let's make a first initial state q0. First, we need to insert a inside a stack. So we will make a self loop. If a is the element and z0 is inside a stack, comma, we just put a above z0. Then if we need to input 2 or 3a into the stack, what we will do is we will again use a self loop. Then we will take a condition. If a is the input and a is inside a stack, we will just insert a above a. The self loop will run till we get an input a. After then, if we get a b, we will insert element into the a. Okay. Now if we get b, what we should do? We should just, and if b is the input and a is inside a stack, A is inside a stack, what we need to do is we need to pop A. So first element inside the stack is removed. Now if we need to remove more A's, then what we can do is we will run a self loop here. If B is the input and A is inside the stack, we will just pop. This loop will run till all the A's is removed. Then at last we will stop it, saying that the dollar sign is just used at the last to indicate that we have reached the end of an element. If Z0 is the input inside the stack, then we will just do nothing. We'll just put Z0 and we will finish our state here. This is the final state Q2. Now let's look at how to do A raised to n and B raised to 2n. So what we will do is we will first insert all the A elements inside the stack. Then for first B we will just do nothing, and for second B we will just pop one A. So what we are doing is after two condition, after 2B we are just popping one A. So let's implement this code. What we need to do is we will first include our first initial state Q0. Let's start by including the A into the stack. If A is the input and Z0 inside the stack, we will just put A and Z0. We'll just make a stack here with Z0 inside it. Okay, now we need to insert another A element. We will say if A is the input and A is inside the stack here, then we will push A above A. Okay, now what we will do is, before just we have popped the B operation, but now we will not pop it, we will just do nothing. So if B is the input and A is inside the stack, we will just let the A be inside the stack. Now if we again gets a B, then what we need to do is we need to pop the A. So we are using this sign here, just popping. Now again for the third, we will not pop the element A, because we need, for 2B's we need to pop one A. So what we need to do is we will include a loop here saying that if B is the input and A is inside the stack, we will not do anything. We will just come back to this loop again. Then if again we get a B, it gets pop. So for 2B's we are popping one A. At last we will include our last condition, that is if Z0 is input, we will not do anything, and just we will reach the final state, which is Q3. Thank you for watching, guys. If you have any doubt, please do comment below. Thank you.